In this lesson, you will be able to have a better understanding of teenage relationships, including the acceptable and unacceptable expressions of attractions, express your ways of showing attractions, love and commitment, identify ways to become responsible in a relationship, and explore characteristics of healthy and unhealthy relationships. For our motivation, think of a song that would best describe the picture. How does knowing more about attraction, love, and commitment help you become more responsible in a relationship? This is what you will answer at the end of this lesson. Now, let us define these terms for better understanding. Relationship is a state of connectedness between people. Personal relationship. Relationships between people, especially those between friends, lovers, and family members. There is a close connections between people formed by emotional bonds and interactions. These bonds often grow from and strengthened by mutual experiences. Examples include companionship, affection, intimacy, attachment, love, friendship, empathy, social respect, solidarity, and trust. Love is a strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personalities. Example of this is maternal love for a child. Commitment is the act of binding yourself to a course of action and a message that makes a pledge. Attraction is the act of power or property of attracting. Responsibility is the social force that binds you to the courses of action demanded by that force. How to keep healthy relationships. Dating relationship can be wonderful, yet it is also important to take care of yourself. Research found out that 10% of high school students say they suffered violence from someone they date. This includes physical abuse where someone causes physical pain or injury to another person. These can involve hitting, slapping, or kicking. It should not be abusive. Sexual abuse is a type of violence and it involves any kind of unwanted sexual advance. It can include everything from unwelcome sexual comments to kissing to intercourse. It should always open for healthy communications. Talking openly makes relationships more fun and satisfying, especially when you both talk about each other's needs for physical, mental, and sexual health. You can't expect a partner to know what you need and what you want unless you tell him or her. The simple fact is that none of us is a mind reader, so it is important to be open about your needs and expectations. The decision to enter into sexual relationship is entirely up to you, and you always have the right to say no at any time to anything that you don't feel comfortable with. Remember, there are many ways to express your love without sex. If you decide to become sexually active, there are things about which you do not need to communicate. Basic rights in a relationship. You have the right for emotional support. You have the right to be heard by the other and to respond. You have your own point of view, even if it differs from your partner's. You have the feelings. You have the right to have feelings and experiences acknowledged as real. These basic relationships rights consider how you can develop patience, honesty, kindness, and respect. First is the patience. Patience is essential to a healthy relationship. There are times when others will respond to us in a way that is very disappointing. When this happens, it is important that you communicate our disappointment but also giving him space. Be willing to give that person time to reflect, indicating that you are ready to talk when they are ready. Be willing to give that person time to reflect if the person is never ready to discuss the situation. If the person is never ready to discuss the situation, you may need professional help to resolve the issue or ask yourself whether or not you want to continue the relationship. Next one is honesty. Honesty is another essential quality in healthy relationships. To build honesty in relationship, you should communicate your feelings openly and expect the other person to do the same. Over time, it builds trust. Kindness is extremely important in building relationships. You need to be considerate of others' feelings and other people's need to be considerate of yours as well. Be kind when you communicate. Kindness will nurture your relationships. If you don't have the respect for another person, it will have a negative impact on all of your interactions. Respect is a cornerstone of all healthy relationships. Can you think of a time when someone who didn't respect you? How did it feel? What are the some ways that you show respect to others? That's all for now. Thank you for listening.